My name is Pamela Dawn, author of the Endangered Earthlings Handbook, and I live in some of the craziest places in the U.S. demonstrating sustainable living. Climate change, species extinction, contaminated waters. We are all endangered earthlings, and I'm here to show you how to survive.
You are watching the DJC TV network on Roku.
Greetings, Earthlings! I'm Dodie. Welcome to Story Time. Once upon a time, there was a Pamazon who hailed from the kingdom of endangered earthlings. The Minister of Science, Stephen, sent her to some of the most treacherous terrains in America to demonstrate sustainable living. Stephen used his magical science to wipe away her memory after each excursion, so every time she was willing to do it again. Once, he sent her to the tippy top of the canyon rim so she could shout down to the people below, "Hey, I'm out of wine. Hey." But the journey up the mountain would be fraught with challenges. First, she drove 40 minutes on a mighty washboard road that jiggled her flubbery bum until she could no longer feel her butt cheeks. The rumbling road vibrated every one of her screws loose until the gauge panel came crashing down into the dash. But she didn't stop. She just lassoed that gauge panel up with a bungee and kept driving. Then, like the third level of Brady Bunch, the video game, the washboard road suddenly transformed into wet clay. She slipped and slid on that road, fishtailing all the way like driving through deep snot on glass. And just as she got the hang of it, let up to the grabs and go. Let up to the grabs and go. She came to a steep incline with the curve at the top. And right as she got to the top, bada bing, baby cow in the road. She honked and she cursed at that little cow until the cow ran away with a spoon. It took her a bit to get going again in that steep hill of clay snot, but she made it. She had finally arrived to her destination. She walked through the forest until the trees ended, and then she looked down at the world 2,000 feet below. As her voice broke like a whisper through the mist and the emerald green forests of the canyon, her words descended. "I'll freaking kill you, Stephen. Freaking kill you." And they all lived minimal after.
Well, you guys are getting this past our airing date, but there was no signal up here. Goddess knows I tried. Sorry it's late. No, yeah, it's gorgeous up here. Just, it's an inconsistent signal. Hello? 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 Paul? 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 Paul?
Can you, like, can you hear me? Paul. 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 No, I can't. Can you hear me? No. Paul. 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 It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We have a visitor. He's a terrified little bat. So, how to get him out? So this is day 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go deal with that. So this is my pillow. That's the tiny, teeny, tiny little window. And I heard right over my face. The bat flew in that little crevice. So he's in the bathroom. He could be anywhere in here and I can't find him. There's a bat in my tiny house. I'm not mad at him, I just want him to go home. Because I don't know where he is, and he probably smells nice. I don't know, do they eat? No, they eat fruit, they eat bugs. Oh God, sorry, I'm not scared of you, buddy, you just startled me. Okay, I'm gonna ask you very nicely. You sweet, adorable little thing, could you please go home? Looking for a chewing device. Go home, come on. You're so adorable, but please go home. Oh. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? He's gone now, and no one's gonna believe him when he tells them what happened. And so, but Batty went home. Bye, Batty, 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 Bat. Greetings from the Mogollon Rim, where it's gloriously like 62 degrees. End of July. It's absolutely heaven. Okay, so right to it, water is life, and I end up having to end my trips because I don't have enough water. So collecting rainwater, evaporation water through transpiration, all of that is really important for me. And remember, I am out here in the wilderness demonstrating sustainable survival skills for you to practice in your home. If you live in Texas and you were out of power, you were probably out of water as well. You could have used these techniques. So everything that I'm sharing with you is so that we can survive on this planet with the limited resources we have. So keeping that in mind, this is a survival poncho. Highly recommend you have at least a couple. So this thing is so cool. The design, I'm sure some military guy originally designed it because it's ingenious. Okay, so rain poncho when it's raining, but see these little rings on the corners?
if you get caught out in the wilderness and you need shelter, which that's the most important thing, is immediately to provide yourself some shelter. You stake the hood, and then this guy, sorry, Zatanna was having words with a crow. And then this guy stretches out, and it's your shelter. These handy dandy reinforced rings, stake at the ends, and you have shelter. I'm going to use it for rain collection, exactly in the opposite direction. The hood is my spout that's going to dump into a receptacle, and I need as much surface area as possible to collect as much rainwater as possible. So I'm going to stretch this guy out all the way completely using those handy dandy reinforced rings. Luckily I found a group of 3 trees, so it's a nice triangle I can spread it out in. It will dump into the collection receptacle, and I'll have backup water, so hopefully I can stay here, as long as our permit allows. So okay, hang in there. I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing, but be right back. Before I do the thing, I just want to mention one more thing. So, the planet was doing really well before we got here, and we're making a mess of things, but we're figuring it out. Nature works on what's called the circular economy, and things stay in use forever and are reused and repurposed and recycled back into the earth. And the circular economy is how we're going to survive. So highly recommend anytime you get the opportunity to repurpose every item that you can, hang on to the items that you have and fix what you have so that it lasts longer. So on that note, wherever I go in the wilderness, someone has always left stakes from tents or rope. What's the craziest thing I ever found left? Never mind, I'm not going to mention it. It was so gross. We'll leave that one alone. Okay, so my iPhone cords. These are super strong little ropes. Hang on to these things. You never know when you're going to need them. And just in case, I have my own backup bungees in case my iPhone cords aren't long enough, or the borrowed or inherited rope isn't long enough. So anyway, okay, here I go. And by the way, Zatanna was not fighting with the crow. She was right behind me. And you guys were laughing at me because you saw her the whole time, didn't you? So I don't know. He was yelling at me, I think. I won't take it personally. I made friends with the bat, so maybe the bat told the crow and the crow was cussing at me for, and they're best friends, and they went to vacation together up here. I lost my cell phone. I'm gonna go build my water collection now. And there she blows. All set up, ready to go. We got a wide open canopy here for a large surface collection area. Inside, I have a flat rock so that it makes sort of a spout down there for the runoff, but it holds the entire system down inside. The collection area, which is a potato bag and a garbage bag inside of it. And I think I mentioned already, I need potato bags for things like this because they're collapsible and foldable, and I have limited space. So there it is. Now, we just need her to open up. Okay, we're ready. We can do it. We could go. And drain. Guess what that is? Let's hope she's working. She's taking a beating, but there's rocks in the spout and in the bottom of the collection orifice vehicle thing. Ooh, she's a blowing. Alright, so let's hope we're getting some water. There might be a shower in my future.
I mean, besides what I just got running out there to make sure everything was locked down, but this is exciting. So far we got, let's see, free energy from the sun, free water from the sky, free food from the dirt. So if I can do it in this little tiny place in the wilderness, 100 feet from the edge of the world, you can do it where you are. Is it coming down? I guess I ought to be careful what I ask for. So one of the only problems I have with using the potato bag is that when it's really, really windy, I'm afraid it might blow it, you know, down a little. So I gotta go out and check that. Gotta go out and make sure that the inverter and the power controller are covered. And so you won't have to do this if you're doing this kind of power for your house, because mine's just a tiny house in the middle of the nowheres, and I don't know who that was. I'm gonna go in the monsoon now. Okay, bye. It was working perfectly. I had, I don't know, maybe 2 gallons of water, but this side was flappy, so I pulled it tight to stabilize it, which knocked my Rocky loose, fell into the bucket and knocked the bucket over. So I destabilized the whole system and I lost, I don't know, probably 1.5 gallons. But I know my system works now, and I'm gonna be able to collect at least like 2 gallons of water, 3 gallons of water every time it dumps. I'm excited. Thank you. As happy as I am that I collected a lot of water, so did the terrain. And so 2 frolicking canines. This is heaven until they get back in the tiny house, and then it sucks to be me. Okay, I'm gonna go back inside and finish the dishes. Woohoo! Solar. This is how it works. Up here is this giant fusion reactor in the sky. The energy comes down into the photovoltaic panels. It is received here by the charge controller, which allows the charge not to pass through that, but to be passed into these batteries in which it is stored. And then from the batteries, I can invert that energy that's being stored in the batteries into power that I can use for electronics. And it's important to note that the batteries are a chemical process, so you have to have proper ventilation for those batteries. And so from here to here, hooray! Oh my gosh. Guys, check this out. Holy moly, it's happening. I'm surprised because it's been so cloudy and stormy, and because it's still a miracle to me that I can have electricity out here. So check this out. Why, yes, my refrigerator is running. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. Rookie move. So, yeah. Yesterday when the monsoon hit, I clicked the engine key over to roll up the window and ran around closing the rest of them and didn't unclick the key. And so now the engine battery is dead. Alright, so that means if there's a forest fire or a flash flood or a tree falls, I'm in the wrong place. If a tree falls on me, I guess I'm dead. Might as well just drop a house on me, but anyway. So I need to be able to get out of here to fold up and get out in the event of an emergency, and that can't happen right now. The solar is not charging the batteries enough to jump off of one of the solar batteries and you can hear I have the generator running so I can charge my electronic devices, so I can try and get a hold of someone to very humbly request from the amazing ranger who issued us this permit, Colleen Peterson, that if someone happens to be driving by my coordinates, could they please stop and give the idiot a jump? And I'm so embarrassed. What a fucking rookie move. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. I'm really not. I'm a badass bitch, but I made a rookie move and it's so bad. So there's the fun for today. Okay, so I ran the situation past our science guy, Steven, and he suggested that I hook the solar panels up directly to the engine battery. So that's what I'm gonna do, move the charge controller and the panels over there. I don't have enough charge because of the monsoons. I don't have enough charge in the solar batteries, or I would just drag one of those over and jump start. So it is what it is. It's a learning curve. And the good thing is, this is not how it will be for you. This is me taking my life to the extreme to show you how easy it's gonna be for you when you have solar on your house and everything's staying in one place and your batteries don't die when you roll the window down. So this will be easier for you, but I'm making it really hard to entertain you so that you want to have solar. That was counterintuitive, but for you it will be easy, so do it. Okay, I'm gonna go try and rescue my electricity. So here's what we got. These are the house batteries which charge from the generator, and you know, these are hooked in parallel. I'm not sure why they don't charge the engine battery. Don't make fun of me, the guys and girls who know, because I don't. Anyway, so that's the engine battery, and we're gonna follow this to the charge controller that I have idiot-proofed here. And you see by the lights, there's the panels getting the energy from that. And you can see by the lights here, I've got positive photovoltaic coming in from the sun. My battery is charging, and that's green, which is good apparently. So photovoltaic coming in from the sun, battery charging, and that guy, I don't know. Okay, so probably take a day to charge the battery, the engine battery, enough to start it, but we won't be stuck here forever, which is cool. Goodbye. Oh my god. Okay, so engine running, jump started from the sun. That's some cool shit, guys. I'm excited. Okay. We're back in business. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Endangered Earthling. See you Thursday, 10 p.m. on the DJC Roku network.